Welcome back to the state of the game. With this image, the Fall Guys team is all but confirmed a survival or rising slime mode in creative. We see the beans with the hard hats on, playing in slime, so what else could it be? I've said it a million times, having only race modes is going to stifle a lot of creativity. There are 7 unique game modes in the game, and while I think it'll be a while before we get the other ones, survival has been on a lot of people's minds since the beginning of creative, and it looks like our wish is finally going to be granted. So I'm going to go over the 3 possible scenarios of what this might look like in 10.8. So the first one's obviously survival, is the one that people are the most hype about. I've seen a whole bunch of survival prototypes show up in Discover, as well as in the creative expansion pack. I've already talked about Dubtoshi's Hex Arena concept, which is awesome. And with their most recent creative updates with the new colors, shapes, new stickers, and larger budget, creative is almost 100% ready for it. There are definitely some concerns though, with the lack of moving platforms, object physics, and some other survival staples. How good will these survival creative levels be? If they give us survival without object physics, we won't be able to get the most out of our survival ideas. Maybe they plan on adding them in this coming update. They are on the roadmap, and this will be a great time as any to add them if they do plan on dropping survival. Muffins has a great thread on Twitter about why survival and creative at this point might be problematic, and Rebello has also made a video on it, so I'll link those down in the description if you'd like to check them out. Either way, if we don't get object physics, it'll be good to get some practice making survival levels, and hopefully we see those object physics in 10.9 or a later update. The next scenario would be Rising Slime. Now, Rising Slime would obviously be easier to do, as it's essentially just a race survival hybrid. Players need to cross the finish line, but can be eliminated by the slime if they're not fast enough. Now, if they do add Rising Slime, they're going to need to allow us to toggle some stuff. Most importantly, how fast, how long, and when to stop.
What? Hey, yo, what the? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, definitely pause on that. But as I was saying, of the 2 possibilities, Rising Slime is definitely the lesser option because it's still just races at the end of the day, and it doesn't have that pure survival feeling. But at this point, we desperately need a new game mode to keep creative from feeling stale, so I'll take what I can get. Let's move on. The third scenario is an all-encompassing slime mode, where we have survival and rising slime all in one. And this can be accomplished if we're given settings for how we want the slime to work, and if we can choose the way our round will end based on qualifications, by timer, or by eliminations. This is definitely the best of both worlds, and I hope it's what we get when 10.8 does drop, because it allows for the most versatility and creativity throughout the player base. Let's move on. It's time to talk about FallJam number 3. This is a chance to get your creative levels in an official Mediatonic curated playlist for a few weeks. And if you're wondering how this is number 3, the first FallJam was Falloween with Digi's Spooky Shuffle selection with 81 Halloween themed leveled. And the second one was Winter Wonders, which had 20 winter and Christmas themed levels. But anyway, as corny as this sounds, I'm actually super proud of the Mediatonic staff because this time they've actually dropped explicit guidelines for what your level should be. So let's go through them real quick. But feel free to pause if you need to. Number 1 is easy but fun. It needs to be visually pleasing. Number 2 is that you should be making a round for people who've never played the game before. Number 3 is no difficult maneuvers such as dives or coyote jumps. Number 4 is checkpoints. Checkpoints, man. And number 5 is keep your levels short and sweet, 60 to 90 seconds at most. And just to quickly go through how you would submit your level, all you need to do is create a level, preferably better than that shit. And then go to settings and then tags. And once you go down to tags, you're gonna click the FallJam tag. And then you're gonna save your level. And then you'll need to publish your level, right? So that means you're gonna have to play it. And here's a little tip. If you cannot beat your level on the first try, you're probably not getting selected. So just keep that in mind. And you can see that people who made it on the Discovery tab already have the FallJam tag here as well. But you do not need to be selected for Discovery to make it onto the FallJam. Nice. Good luck to everyone who submits. You have until February 27th, which gives you 6 more days from the time of this video. I'm going to try to make a video playing a whole bunch of FallJam maps too. So stay tuned. All right, next up I want to talk about the vaulting situation. There's currently 19 vaulted Unity rounds, and so I'm going to show every single one of them, and I'm going to tell you how many days they've been vaulted for. Then I'll give you my thoughts on why this has been so frustrating. Bounce Party, 524. Bubble Trouble, 524. Cosmic Highway 483, Egg Scramble 147, Egg Siege 524, Freezy Peak 456, Hoarders 524, Hoop Shoot 287, Hoopsie Daisy 287, Hyperdrive Heroes 287, Night Fever 456, Pixel Painters as a Final 287, Power Trip 524, Rock and Roll 456, Roll On 456, Seesaw 76, Ski Fall 456, Space Race 502, and the map that's been in the background the whole time, Speed Circuit at 546 days. Man. Here's a little bit of context on some of those repetitive numbers. Usually when Fall Guys would drop a season is when they would be vaulting levels. So it puts into perspective how long ago seasons really was. But the reason this is so frustrating is because in this blog post on February 21st, 2023, which is a year ago today, by the way, they kind of said that the reason that they were vaulting things in the first place is because of bugs and errors and stuff like that, and that they would be refreshing the round pool once they take care of those issues. But I'm looking at some of these rounds, like Bounce Party especially. I have no idea what was wrong with Bounce Party. If somebody knows, they can tell me, but I see a whole bunch of rounds in here that I have no idea what's wrong with the round, or if they're even still broken. And so as much as I'm an advocate for creative levels and the implementation of them in the core shows, like I don't mind that at all, but that doesn't mean that you just get to forget about the Unity levels that made people fall in love with the game in the first place. Like some people haven't even gotten a chance to play Cosmic Highway or Space Race ever, which is pretty insane if you think about it, because those two races are like fan favorites. And so you would think that they'd be quick on getting some of these Unity levels back, especially the ones that people love. I'll be looking for that. Hopefully in 10.8 we get some unvaults. As of now we have no news, but the last unvaulted level was 106 days ago on November 7th, 2023 with the 10.5 update or the Tulip update, which is way too long, but we'll see. Let's move on. All right, we're 7 minutes in, so I'm gonna kind of start going rapid fire a little bit. I'm kind of tired of hearing myself talk. Can't imagine how you feel if you're still watching, but yeah, let's get into it. So first off, we have Chill Shuffle, which has been slotted in to replace Squad Scramble and Unexplored Adventures at this time. It's got 37 levels in it, and they're all pretty cool. My thing is, I don't understand why this had to take place of Squad Scramble.
Why would you do that? Why would you do
it's essentially
that?
just Unexplored Adventures, and so now squads have no place to compete together, and I'm not really too much of a fan of that. So hopefully they add Squad Scramble back in some capacity, maybe with new levels or a new format altogether. The weekly vibe check has been discontinued as Mediatonic searches for alternative ways to find player feedback. I guess not enough people were filling out the vibe checks, and I don't blame you. Yeah, so we'll see what they do with that. Next up, Double Fame is active in all shows. As of the time of this video going live, you guys should have 12 days left to finish the Fame Pass, which is more than enough time with Double Fame and with all of the challenges that they're going to have you do. Speaking of challenges, the Lunar New Year event is here, and it comes with its own red envelope rally challenges that you can do to get some extra fame as well. Now, these challenges have replaced the discovery challenges, which some people are unhappy about, but at least they replaced them with something, you know. We'll see if they add those discovery challenges back once this event is over. And lastly, about 2 hours after I was making the final edits to this video, Fall Guys has dropped another teaser teasing a new power-up, which looks to be some sort of invisibility or ghost power-up, which is awesome. That means that we can check one more thing off of the roadmap list, additional power-ups. So it looks like 10.8 is going to be absolutely massive, and I cannot wait. But that is the state of the game number 2 for February 21st, 2024. Thank you guys for watching this point. If you did, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.